Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles DVD Disambiguation review videos. As you may notice, we've rearranged the living room a little bit, just making it a little more cozy, opening things up a bit more for Rosie. Cozy Rosie. Alrighty, so today we're focusing on the 1987 to 1996 cartoon of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What many people consider to be the definitive version or to be the original version. They are, of course, wrong, but we covered that in the last volume, or the last episode. Now, to start off with, we have this one, which is Volume 1, and it's also Season 1. Season 1 was only 5 episodes. It was the 5-part miniseries, and I showed this to you quite extensively in Part 1. So basically this has the first 5 episodes on it, and it also has 4 bonus episodes from the tail end of the series. The series ran a total of 10 seasons, so it contains 4 random Season 10 episodes at the end, just as a nice little bonus. So not bad. Picture and sound quality is pretty good on this, and the cover is quite nice as well. And I think I showed it, I might have showed it to you before, I can't remember, it's been so long since I did the first part. The inside is exactly the same as the outside. The outside is of course nice and bumpy, lots of raised artwork there, which is cool. And the back just has the description and the episodes listed on it. And the inner cover is exactly the same, just not shiny or bumpy. And then inside we have the disc and the insert, which has the cover again and the back cover artwork again with the individual episodes listed on it. So there you go. So in total you get 9 episodes on here, the first 5 and some of the last few. Those of you who are familiar with the final days of the Ninja Turtles cartoon will know that the last season was actually an epic 10-part story which effectively wrapped up all the loose ends from the series, and it actually does have a proper ending to it, so that's pretty cool. I've never actually seen all of it, I just watched bits and pieces of that. I didn't really want to spoil it for myself because the way things are going, it looks like it's not going to be very much longer before the entire series is available. So then we have Volume 2. For the first little while they went with volume numbers rather than season numbers, and this can be a source of confusion for some people. Kind of wondering which seasons are on which volumes. It's actually not that confusing at all. Essentially, if you want to get everything, just get everything. Get every single Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles release so far for the original cartoon, and you will have everything with no duplication. So there you go. So Volume 2 is Season 2. So far so good, right? It's all in sync. Season 2 was 13 episodes, which are all listed on the back there. Here's the problem I have with Volume 2. It's 13 episodes. But they crammed them all onto one disc. Now any of you who know anything about encoding for DVD, or any kind of encoding really, the more you compress video, the lower bitrate you need to use, and thus the lower quality you get. High bitrate equals high quality, low bitrate equals low quality, okay? There's 2 factors that determine picture quality on DVD. There's resolution and bitrate. Now for NTSC video, resolution is typically 720 by 480, that's full broadcast resolution. For PAL video, it's typically 720 by 576. That's full broadcast PAL resolution. Frame rate, 25 frames per second for PAL, 30, or rather 29.97 frames per second for NTSC. Now that we got all that technical jargon out of the way, I'll throw a little more at you. One of the cool features of most modern DVD players is you can actually hit a display that will tell you the bit rate of the video. So I was curious as to what bitrate they used for this puppy. If you hear some bassy thumping in the background, one of my jerk neighbors is working on his car stereo outside. I swear he works on it every single day and constantly blasts that frickin' subwoofer at ungodly volume, rattling the windows. Where was I? Bitrate, yes. So I wanted to check the bitrate on these because I thought, man, even on a dual layer disc, which gives you 8.5 gigabytes of storage space, they're going to have to compress the hell out of these things in order to fit 13 episodes on a single disc. And lo and behold, I was right. The bitrate typically on these is about 3,000 to 4,000 kilobits per second. That's really, really low. On a typical DVD, like a normal, average, run-of-the-mill DVD, you're looking at a bitrate that's about double that, between 6,000 to 8,000 kilobits per second. You know, and this doesn't even come close. So how does it look, you're probably wondering? Well, I mean, it's perfectly watchable. I mean, it's watchable. It's fine. It's the Turtles. Come on. And honestly, it doesn't look that bad a lot of the time because there's, you know, a lot of scenes where there's not a lot of fast motion and such. Really, the main thing that you want the higher bit rates for is to handle fast motion. And I noticed they did use a higher bit rate on the opening title sequence, which does have a lot of fast motion. It's in the 6,000 range for the opening titles, and peaks at about 8 in a few spots. But for the episodes themselves, I mean, they use this really low bit rate, and as a result, the edges look kind of fuzzy and soft. And there's, you know, you'd have to be blind not to notice the artifacting and macro blocking that crops up on, unfortunately, a pretty regular basis. So, should you avoid this? I leave that entirely up to you, because unfortunately this is it. This is the only way you can get Season 2 on DVD. That's it. There's only this one release. Now, interesting side note, I was just informed by my good friend David that Seasons 1 and 2 are being released in a single 3-disc set in Region 2, which suggests to me, with 4 bonus episodes. So it kind of sounds like they duplicated the contents of this disc, but took the 13-episode second season and split it across 2 discs. You know, like most normal companies would do. So I suspect that the PAL version is going to look a little better. I mean, I do a lot of encoding of my own stuff, and, you know, making DVDs of old things I taped off TV and whatnot that's never going to see the light of day on official DVD. You know, just for my own personal archives and whatnot, and to preserve all the stuff I've recorded over the years. And when I do, say, a DVD set of a cartoon, half-hour episodes, I don't put more than 4 episodes on a single layer disc. So a single layer disc is like half the capacity of a dual layer disc. Okay, most commercial releases are dual layer. Most blanks you buy in the stores, like those big 100 spindles and stuff, are single layer, so they're about half the capacity. So basically, the long and the short of it is you don't want to have more than like 4, 5 tops episodes per layer of a DVD. So basically 10 should be the absolute maximum. No higher than that. Anything higher than that, and you're going to have to crank the bit rate down and you're going to lose quality. And unfortunately, this is a prime example of that, because it loses a lot of quality. So, getting on with the DVDs, picture quality disappointing, sound quality great. They used 192 kilobit per second Dolby Digital, and it sounds great. The original show I don't think was even in stereo, so it doesn't really benefit much from being in Dolby Digital, other than the fact that it allows them to compress the audio as well, and it sounds fine. Okay, so to sum up, Season 1, which is Volume 1. Season 2, which is Volume 2. Okay? Real simple. Now, this is where people get a little confused. Season 3. Season 3 is spread across Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. So Volumes 3, 4, 5, and 6, this is Season 3. Season 3 was a longer season. How many episodes are on these discs, you're probably wondering? Once again, we have single discs, and once again, they've put a buttload of episodes on those single discs. So yeah, the picture quality is about the same as the Volume 2 set, which is unfortunate. But, you know, as I say, it is quite watchable, and it is the only way you can get these particular seasons. I mean, the hope is that at some point they'll release these as 2-disc editions and split the episodes up across 2 discs, because then it would look fine. You know, most cartoon sets that I purchase don't have more than 7 episodes, maybe 8, 9 tops on a single disc, like a dual layer disc. It's like they were so concerned that these wouldn't sell, they just cut corners left and right. Okay, so you probably want to see in detail. So here's the front cover of Volume 3. Here's the back cover of Volume 3. See, they're even cutting corners. They don't even put inserts in these ones either, eh? So there you go. Volume 4. Donatello on there. Another thing fans were complaining about when these were initially released was after the beautiful cover of Volume 1, they really seemed to be skimping on the covers with the subsequent volumes. I'll show you something in a minute here that'll turn you green. And not in a cool Ninja Turtles-y way. And there you go. So that's Volume 5. And then finally, Volume 6. So between these 4 discs, you have all of Season 3. And the one nice thing is, thus far, by this point in the series, everything is intact. There's no episodes missing. And everything is in the correct order, more or less. So, watching the show, again, I noticed there's a lot more continuity to it than I realized when I saw it originally, or it was just kind of random episodes being shown on TV. So it's great to be able to sit down and watch these in order. Now here's something. Talk about skimping on the artwork. Here's Volume 5. Okay, Volume 5, which is the 3rd part of Season 3, alright? After the Season 3 discs came out, they decided to go with season sets, starting with Season 4. Here's Season 4. Notice any similarity there? Yeah. They're recycling artwork. Greetings, everyone. If you hear some thumping bass in the background, like that, my annoying neighbor is working on his car right now. Greetings, everyone. One annoying thing about not actually having a proper soundproofed studio to do these videos in means that I have to put up with my noisy asshole neighbors from time to time. Such as the guy out in the parking lot working on his car stereo with his thundering subwoofer all the time. Okay. If you want the original series, get these. Done. See you next time.